Well, welcome today to this edition of the Thrive Live Show with Steve Levitt. It's a live show we do once a week on Thursdays, typically at 1:30. We're coming in earlier today at 11:30 Mountain Standard Time because I am involved in a family intensive that I have to be at. We're going out to the high ropes course today, and I couldn't do it at 1:30, so we're doing it at 1 o'clock or 11:30 today. Actually, a little late, past 11:30. And today we're going to be talking about mood regulation. Do you struggle with mood regulation? Can you regulate your mood? Do you struggle with not having mood regulation is maybe the bigger question. Do you struggle with your emotions being all over the place? If so, you're going to want to watch today. We're going to actually make it pretty quick. So we're live here on Facebook. We are live on YouTube, and we are live on TikTok. All three going live right now. Again, my name is Steve Levitt. I'm a counselor here in Colorado Springs with Rock Your Family Counseling Center. And what we do here at Rock Your Family is regular, normal, what you would expect counseling. People come into the office and sit down. We do counseling sessions. We also do these marriage and family individual intensives where you come in 3, 5, 7 days at a time, spend that time with us one-on-one all day long, and we do really intensive work with you at that point. And we also get outside and do what we call experiential therapy. For example, this afternoon, I'm taking this family out. We'll be on the high ropes course. They'll be zip lining and leaping off of poles onto trapeze and all these different crazy fun things. But then we sit down, we process that and talk about what that looks like and how they felt and how they interacted with each other in the process. It's a pretty cool way of getting down to the real therapeutic issues going on inside of people. So that's another thing that we do here at Rock Your Family. So you can find us at rockyourfamily.org. On Facebook, you can see it right here, YouTube. rockyourfamily.org is the website. Check it out. On TikTok, it is on my profile. You can see rockyourfamily.org there. So what about mood regulation? What we're talking about here is someone that goes, I'm just going to use this as my scale. Somebody that goes from a 2 to an 8 instantly, right? Whether that be anger, emotional distress, panic, oh no, deep sense of insecurity, whatever it is, where you go quickly from a normal, healthy number 2 regulation to a very high number 8 or 9. And this is on a scale from 1 to 10, right? And on a scale from 1 to 10, we function best if we function between 2 and 4. Like, you know, we go up and down. I have a good day, bad day, feel good today, don't feel good today, upset, not upset. We all fluctuate 2 to 4. That's normal and healthy, right? That's actually not unhealthy. That's normal. By the way, if you are watching this on YouTube or Facebook, would you please just give me a shout out, say, hey, whatever, so I can see that you're on and make sure our comments are working right. Let me know who you are. And if you have questions, you can ask at any time. So somebody says, Steve, I really want you to. Danny, I have no idea what you're talking about. So I guess that's what you wanted, Danny, was to get my attention and for me to do something silly and fun. So you got my attention there, Danny. Sorry, I got distracted with TikTok and I fell for the classic TikTok ridiculous question that was just intended to disrupt me. So thanks, Danny. Appreciate that. Mood regulation 2 to 4 is where we should function normally. 2 to 4, right? Functioning at 2 to 4. That's healthy. That's normal. It is also where when you function at hi, Katie. Hey, Robert. Good to see you. What up, Robert? Whenever you're functioning at a 2 to 4 mood regulation, you function clear. You function healthily in your mind. You can make good rational decisions. You can handle yourself in a very rational way. You can make the best decision possible. But once you get past a 4 and start to get in the 5 to 6 range, you start getting really unsettled and begin the process of not being able to make rational decisions. And certainly by the time you get 7 to 10 in your mood, you've reached an irrational place. You've reached a place in your mood where you can no longer make a good decision. You're purely going to act out of instinct at that point. You're going to act out of self-defensiveness. You're going to act out of fear. You're going to act out of pain. You're going to go to all the wrong places whenever you let yourself get to a 7 to 10. Whenever you do that, that's where you do things that you regret. That's where you do things that you wish you hadn't done. You say things you wish you hadn't said. You can't function well at all, especially with other people, functioning from a 7 to a 10. That 7 to a 10 is going to keep you from being able to maintain a healthy relationship with other people, or even a healthiness within yourself. So there's a need to regulate your mood and keep yourself between a 2 to 4. Now, I know people that brag about, yeah, well, I'm all over the place. I'm highly emotional and I'm proud of it. I don't be proud of that if it's damaging to relationships. And the idea that, well, you knew that I was like this when you met me or when you married me or whatever else, I just have that blood in me. I have that heritage behind me or whatever it is. I don't think that's a healthy excuse. Regulate your mood. I am not saying be boring. I am anything but boring. I have very, very happy moments in my life and pretty average moments in my life. But to be way out of bounds in mood regulation typically is at the inconvenience of other people or hurtfulness to other people. And it certainly is hurtful to you inside. So how do you regulate your mood? Right? How do you regulate your mood? One of the key elements to regulating your mood that people, if they learn this tool, people manage themselves so much better. If you can recognize when you're beginning to go to a bad place, recognize the environment around me. This is the typical environment where I get panicked. This is the typical environment where I get angry. This is the typical environment, blah, blah, blah. Recognize it and then take proactive steps away from that direction that you're going. That direction you're going is not good. That direction you're going doesn't end well. I recognize that I'm beginning to get worked up. I recognize that I'm feeling more insecure. What people do is they just quit talking about it. They'll stuff it until it explodes at a 10. If you would have dealt with it whenever it was just one stuff, then you regulate your mood. You keep yourself regulated down in a healthy place. And again, this could be anger. This could be fear. This could be worry. I did this. I've never been a angry person. I don't get angry like that. But what I do is I used to get fearful. And what I would do is my brain would begin to think about something. I would get something in my head that has the potential to be dangerous or fearful. My health, the loved one's health, or whatever it was. And I would, from a 2 to 4 in my brain, I could manage that and go, okay, that's unrealistic. But if I didn't catch it and recognize that I was beginning to obsess about it, my brain would carry it down to an 8, 9, or 10 to such an irrational place that then I would perceive it as dangerous, and that would come back on me and create in my body a sense of fight or flight, which we call a panic attack. All because I let myself go to an unhealthy place. If I can catch it early, there is a way you can watch this later. Go to Rock Your Family. Go to rockyourfamily.org. Go to Rock Your Family on Facebook. This will be on there. It'll still be live on there. It'll still be replayable on Facebook later. Rock Your Family on Facebook. That's where this is going to be. So you can go check it out there. Nice photos in the background. Yep, my wife takes those and prints those, and they're pretty cool. If you're an angry person, here you go. That's frustrating me. That's frustrating me. That's frustrating me. That's frustrating me. And before you know it, you blow up and do harm. The first time it frustrates you, you should have taken action. Take action right there to go, I cannot continue to let it frustrate me. I have to change another course. And what is the course you can change? Well, you can use anger to bust through that problem. That usually doesn't work. You can use patience to pull up a chair and have a seat and wait for that to pass without it affecting you. You do not have to power over that situation. You don't have to control that situation. You can be fine to sit back and just watch that situation happen. You don't have to get that goal that you wanted at the end. See, anytime you're angry, you had a goal and something blocked your goal. And you're trying to anger through that block that's blocking your goal. You can pull up a chair and just sit there. You can realign your goal to not be over there where it's blocked anymore. Change your goal. You can learn to accept that you're not going to reach your goal. You can learn to accept that you may die of that pain you feel in your chest right now, which is a lie, right? You let yourself get to a hypochondriac, fearful scenario there. You can choose to go, it's probably fine. And even if it's not, even if I die today, I accept that. There's a lot of things you can do between 2 and 4 to regulate your mood back and stay in a healthy place. But whenever you don't regulate your mood, you're going to end up in a dangerous, harmful place every time. Regulating mood is so important. All right, so I'm going to take some questions. Learning how to realign my goals. Great tip. Yeah, a lot of people say, I've got to get to that goal over there, and that's the only way I'll have any peace. Not true. Maybe I need to move that goal over here and realign my goal, or accept I'm not going to get my goal. Maybe my goal was inappropriate in the first place or unhealthy in the first place. Breathing techniques work. Absolutely. 8 seconds in, hold it for 4, out for 8. Calms your system back down. Absolutely. Breathing techniques work. Any other thoughts or questions? Or I change the direction of the mood. Yeah, that's what the whole point I'm trying to make. Who is that? Tony Tab. Hi, Tony Tab. I don't know who you are, but hey, good to see you, Tony. I don't know who you are, but I'm glad you're here. Hey, to you back. Absolutely realigning yourself and not continuing in that arc until you get to that 7 to 10 is the secret to regulating your mood. Recognizing it when it's small and whenever you can still manage it, right? Tony Tab, New Braunfels. Tony, garage door opener guy. I don't know who else that would be. Tony Tab. Wisconsin says great. Wisconsin says great information. I love that. And any other questions about regulating your mood, or you want to share a little bit about how you have not regulated your mood and how dangerous that's been to the world around you? Hi, Courtney. Anthony. What's up, Anthony? All right, brother. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. PTSD, major depression, and getting angry. I can go from 1 to 10 within 2 seconds. Absolutely. PTSD has so much effect on that. And this is one of the tools I teach my PTSD clients all the time, is how to recognize the environments and the situations that's going to go 1 to 10. And you can learn to catch it at a 2, 3, 4 and redirect it. Don't just give in to, well, I'm PTSD, I'm going to do that. No, you don't have to. You can manage it. Intensive was amazing. Tony, I love it. Yep. Good deal, brother. Love that you're watching. Any ideas for the teenage children that are suffering from anxiety and depression? All the same tools that I'm giving you here. All the same tools. Regulating your mood, accepting worst case scenario. Teenagers, learn to accept your worst case. Vietnamese says hello. Learn to accept your worst case scenario. Stop fighting it. Stop fearing it. What if nobody likes me? Accept that. It's probably not true. And this is the third part I'm going to share with you guys, is transitioning your lies to truth. What are lies that you believe? And what is the truth that will set you free? Usually you have lies that are creating this sensitivity. You've got to train yourself to believe the truth and not give in to the lies that are overwhelming you. All right. What's so important is teaching our kids these tools as young as possible. Absolutely. How to heal from a breakup. Crazy Chicken Mom wants to know. Crazy Chicken Mom wants to know how to heal from a breakup. Look, believe truth. Believe truth about why you broke up, and hold your breath until grief passes. Accept the grief. Don't fight it. We all grieve the loss of relationships. You have to accept the grief and not fight it. Go through the stages of grief and keep remembering why you broke up in the first place. And lastly, keep your eyes focused on what's ahead. If you keep back here, you're going to crash. Scripture says, leave behind what's left behind, look forward to what lies ahead. You have to stay hopeful on what's ahead. For me personally, that's my relationship with God and eternity and what my life is going to look like in the future. Hopefully that's helpful. Courtney says that she's loving this. This is good help. Yep. Emotional mood regulation. So important, you guys. James, if you'll go back, he asked, wife and I having trouble with intimacy since our second child was born. It means that you have hit the wall, what I call the wall. I'll go there right quick, James. You have hit the wall, whereas it is no longer free and easy and fun, and it's not, intimacy is not being fed by endorphins and infatuation any longer. The reality of life is there. And you've hit the wall. And after the wall, intimacy has to become intentional. It's not just free for all anymore. It's not just because I feel like it anymore. It's more intentional. And you do it because it's important in your marriage. And you have to learn deeper, more intimate ways to connect and make sure that all the intimacies are working: verbal, emotional, spiritual, non-sexual, and sexual intimacies. You've got to make sure all the intimacies are working. That's as much as I can do quickly. Go back and watch all of my videos. I've talked about this over and over again. Steve Life Tips on TikTok, and you'll see tons of videos on there. Facebook, you guys got any questions? Amen. Never needed to hear you more, she said. That's awesome. Good. I hope it's a blessing to you. I don't know if I do this on TikTok, and there's just such knuckleheads on TikTok that say the darndest things. I can't even read all the comments. Glad you tuned in, Josh. What do we got? Amanda King says, PTSD with this health COVID, shot or not, how do you feel? Wow, man. I'm not going to, it's a personal choice. I don't have anything against anybody that takes the shot. I don't think it's foolish not to take the shot or to take the shot. I haven't. I could, and I haven't. And right now, I'm probably not gonna. But I don't know if that's smart or not, to be honest. I don't know the answer to this. And whenever I don't know, I'm usually pretty cautious about not jumping in. I don't really jump in when I don't know. And right now, I don't know, so I'm not. I think it's somebody thinks it's a good idea to take the shot, then take the shot. Half the people I know that I love have taken the shot. Good for you. That's great. And a whole bunch of people are not going to take the shot. And I'm like, you go. I don't have a good answer, Amanda, about this. Take the shot, don't take the shot. Very personal decision for everybody. I don't think I can tell you that you should or should not take the shot. Personal decision. Now, whenever I say that, those who have taken the shot or are passionate about it think I'm an idiot or think the other side is idiot. Those who haven't, a bunch I know who haven't taken the shot, thinks you're an idiot to take the shot. Stop that. Just stop that. All right. That's foolish. Quit being that way. That in itself is ignorant. So stop being that way. This is not one of those like that. You just make your own decision, and I don't think anybody should fuss at you about it. How do I feel about meditation? I love meditation as long as the meditation is focused on God, Yahweh, Jesus Christ. Meditation is an excellent thing. I don't adhere to the Eastern style of mindfulness meditation that's taught in a lot of areas. I don't think that's right. I'm a Christian counselor, and I'm a Christian, so I focus on a biblical perspective of that. So yeah, hard to navigate that. Courtney says, amen. Loves the answer about COVID shot. Any other questions or comments? I got to get running here pretty quick. Got to go get on the high ropes course. So any other questions or comments about regulating your mood? I know we always get off into a whole bunch of other stuff. All right. Katie says, this man has no idea what he's talking about. She says, I have no idea. After 30 years of counseling and 4,000 clients, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Katie, why don't you start your own show? All right. Colorado Springs. Colorado Springs is where our counseling practice is. Yeah, Linda says, then why are you here? TikTok is brutal, man. People on TikTok just go after each other. I don't know. I've never seen an environment where people are so quick to criticize and be nasty to one another than TikTok. It's fascinating to me. You guys are fascinating at how brutal you are. The lack of lack of kindness. I just don't get it. I appreciate your honesty. Please say 3 quick tips whenever I feel like I'm getting agitated. Good. Steve, you have given the best advice always. Thank you, Mary Catherine. I appreciate that. 3 tips for mood regulation when you start to get, I believe you used the term agitated. First is identify, number 1 tip, Amanda, identify what's agitating you. Clearly identify what it is that I'm getting agitated about. Is there something environmentally causing me agitation? Secondly, second part of that is, should I be agitated or not? Assess whether or not you're believing a lie about what's going on around you, and should that be agitating me or not, right? Thirdly, believe truth about that, right? Believe the truth about your situation, and typically that means accepting the worst case scenario, accepting whatever's agitating you. There's something blocking your goal, and I can accept that I may not get my goal, or I may accept that whatever's agitating me. Thirdly, accept that. And honestly, lastly, remove yourself from being in the position of needing to control that situation. You don't have to control any situation. So hopefully that's helpful to you. Thank you, Mary Catherine. I appreciate your kind compliment. All right, guys. TikTok, I'll stick around with you guys a little bit more. Thrive Live, thank you guys for joining in today. And I hope that it's been helpful to you to regulate your mood. Debbie says hello from Texas. Amanda's got it. Good. Debbie, thanks for joining in. You can go back, watch the replay if you just joined us. We're here every Thursday, typically at 1:30. I have to adjust it sometimes. I hope you guys have a super terrific, great day. Here's our website, rockyourfamily.org. So check it out. Hope you have a super great, terrific day. Keep on keeping on. We'll see you back here next time.